So, for this Carnage game, I'm bringing two dynasties, one from the Mefrit and one from the Nefrek dynasties, working for some inscrutable reason to seize the objective in the center. So the army warlord for today is going to be this Crypt deck, and his warlord trait is Immortal Pride. So units within 6 inches of him automatically pass morale checks, and he can try to deny a psychic power. He has the Shroud of Darkness, which allows him to teleport along with an infantry unit to within 9 inches of anywhere, just so long as it's 9 inches away from an opponent. Next to him is the Overlord, and he has an Orb of Eternity, which boosts the resurrection chances. The troops are 2 troops of 10 Necron warriors and 1 unit of 19. Here and here are going to be 2 detachments from the Nefrek dynasty. We have the Canoptic Scarabs, 3 units of 3 Canoptic Wraiths, and we have a Catan Deceiver. Here, same thing. I know this is a model for a Transcendent Catan, but I'm using it as a Catan Deceiver because I'm not going to buy another Catan Deceiver for this. And here is a Canoptic Spider. So their dynasty trait is that they can advance 6 inches. They don't roll, they just advance 6 inches, and they go through terrain and models as though they're not there. For their dynastic trait, if they're within half range, the AP of their weapons is increased by -1. So the Seraptic Heavy Construct, again, thank you very much, Tony, will also belong to the Mefrit dynasty. And it's going to be taking its usual weapons on this side, okay? So that is it, and I start off with 7 command points after spending 3 for the Orb of Eternity as well as the Shroud of Darkness. Oh, and for the powers for the Catan Deceivers, they each have Antimatter Meteor, which is a 24-inch range. On a roll of 2 up, the closest visible enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 6, it's D6 mortal wounds. And they also have Sky of Falling Stars, 18-inch range. Roll a d6 for each. I can target 3 different enemy units. Roll a d6 for each, subtracting blah, blah, blah. If the result is less than the number of models in that unit, the unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. A roll of 6 always fails. But they can only use 1 Catan power at the end of the movement phase. So they don't do it in the shooting, they do it at the end of the movement phase. So that is it for the Mefrit Nefrek unit for this Carnage game.
So the Order of the Espers had a bit of an upgrade. So we're here to test out some of the new powers. A nice simple battalion. Lib is in charge. He's got the Sanctic Shard and First to the Fray, re-rolling charges. This is actually posing as a chaplain today. He's got Litany of Faith, which is a 5-up Feel No Pain, as well as the regular one, which is re-roll to hit. 3 troops choices, just a strike squad, Terminator squad, all WYSIWYG. Apart from the special weapon here is just a Stormbolter, and that goes for the same for here and here. They're all just Stormbolters, and then they've got a troop of Hammers, Rhino, Razorback with Twin Las, and then the 2 big boys at the back here. They have what they see there, so they've got the heavy guns, and then one's got the flamer, one's got the Gatling silencer, both carrying the swords. And for psychic powers, these 3 guys here have some of the new ones. He's got the warp shaping and the picking up command points. He'll help them save, and he's got the one where you can move, shoot, move effectively. And that's these guys. And the Dawn Wardens are here as well to help take down some Necrons with the Grey Knights. So I've got the captain in Gravis armor with the lieutenant, and they have 2 regular, 1 6-man with the Stalker bolt rifles. This is a heavy tri-las pred, and then we've got some guys at the back with the plasma, and then there's a Vanguard detachment, Libby with 2 psychic powers from the Ultramarines chapter selection. So there's 1 for getting command points back and 1 for rolling high. The leadership doing mortal wounds, big old Redemptor, 4 Flamer boys, and the banner as usual. All right, let's take down some Necrons.
So, all units have set up. So this is the Necrons on this corner. Pulling back, we have Grey Knights here with many units still in reserve. Walking around the table, you can see the Necrons in this corner. And then the Dawn Wardens over here. Alright, so this is before rolling order of the turns. And the objective is here on the tower. So before the first turn begins, and the order of the turn is going to be Dawn Wardens, Grey Knights, and Necrons. The Necrons have redeployed, moving using the ability of the Catan Deceivers, the Seraptic Heavy Construct here, shifting some Wraiths, and the Deceivers are up front over there. And more importantly, we are here in the tower. Okay, it's going to be Dawn Wardens movement. So the Dawn Wardens announced their presence at daybreak from the muzzle of their barrels, and they put down some shots, wounding down this Wraith to 1, and shooting down these Necrons from the Dreadnought all the way down, knocking down 2. Other than that, they have an Intrepid squad which moved up there, and we await the Grey Knights. So Grey Knights shooting eliminates one of the Necron warriors there, and one of the Nemesis Dread Knights moved over here and flamed some of the Canoptic Scarabs. So that is the order of the battlefield. Now it's going to be Necron's turn 1.
Use the buffering.
Of course.
Is it under the stairs?
So the Necrons move from their corner up here, taking shots and destroying the Predator tank. The Canoptic Wraiths flew over, eliminated this squad, 1 on the top, and Librarian is locked in combat with this Catan Deceiver, and this squad is down to 2. It's difficult to see over there, but that was basically it. And there was some spattering of Gauss fire shots at the Dreadnought to no effect. Okay, so now that was the end of battle round 2. Now it's going to be Dawn Warden's turn 1 shortly. Correction, Dawn Warden's turn 2. All right, so a lot of action has happened here in this corner of the Dawn Warden section of the battlefield. Redemptor Dreadnought charged after shooting a lot and destroyed 1 Wraith. Many Wraiths fell here. The aggressors put a lot of fire into this unit here, reducing this one down to 2 wounds. And they are slowly infiltrating and resecuring these ruins. All right, so that is the end of Dawn Warden's turn 2, Grey Knight's turn 2 upcoming. So the Sons of Titan finally make their hero's entrance into the battlefield, and they deep strike Terminators here, shooting and psychically attacking some Wraiths. 1 Wraith was eliminated here. This one is wounded down to 2. Incredible amount of firepower went into here. And there was a charge heroically by this lone Grey Knight warrior, and he was attacked back. He's wounded down to half. Here on this side of the table, the Nemesis Dread Knight used his psychic ability to perch himself on top of that tower and put down an incredible amount of firepower to these Wraiths. So we'll make a concession that, for fun, we'll extend that range. Okay, so it's going to be Necron's turn 2. That was the end of Necron turn 2. So we retaliated against the Grey Knights, reducing the squad down to 2 here. The Terminators wielding those Thunder Hammers were eliminated by the Seraptic Heavy Construct. These guys who were tangentially involved kind of drifted over here and are tying this up. Captain was killed by the Deceiver coming straight down through the floor. And this Deceiver also killed the Librarian and the Canoptic Wraith, which didn't get a chance to attack the Captain. They both consolidate into the Hell Blasters. And yeah, very, very heavy action on this side of the board. So, the Dawn Wardens counterattack, sweep away Canoptic Wraith, detonate a Catan Deceiver, which damaged this Seraptic down to 21. And miraculously, it can only be said miraculously, all of these Dawn Wardens attacked this Catan Deceiver, reducing it down to 1. It counterattacked and slew the Lieutenant. All right, it's going to be Grey Knights, turn 3. So Grey Knights shooting finally eliminate the top of the bastion. There's nobody there. It's open for the claiming. Grey Knights that were stationed here have moved forward to assist their nemesis Dread Knight, but 2 of them were cut down. Here, back and forth, really nothing. This Librarian teleported from all the way down here to here. Chaplain, and then shot up the Seraptic Heavy Construct and tried to charge the Canoptic Spider, but failed his charge. So it's the end of Grey Knight's turn 3. It is Necron's turn 3. At the end of turn 3, with time running out, having played for 5 hours, we've ended the game, and for this Carnage game, we'll declare it a Necron victory. Good game.